Your concern level for the Patriots would be what right now?
Well, I just think, it takes time. Like week 2, in my opinion, the way I looked at it is an extension still from camp and preseason. A lot of these guys, the Patriots did play their starters, but a lot of these teams haven't played their starters. So I just think I think it takes a couple of weeks, a few weeks, to kind of get everything in place, especially when, you got new play callers, you got guys that haven't called plays in a long time. You're dealing with a lot of soft tissue issues, injuries and other things. It's the beginning of the season. Guys are not used to the certain in-game physicality that they're going to face, that they have. It's just a lot of things, Rich, when you look at the beginning of the season. So I try not to overreact and panic early on because it is a long season and, things will start to get in place and start to take form, as teams play more ball. But this is a well-coached football team. They have been for years. You know this. And whatever their issues are or appear, at some point will be worked out.
Well, the issues may be roster. That's the issue, Willie, right?
Yeah.
I mean, offensively, you saw what Miami looked like with a first-time play caller in a way. I mean, Mike McDaniel really wasn't calling plays wherever he's been, but it's his first time head coach, and you saw talent all over the lot with an Alabama quarterback of their own, and you kind of got a glimpse of what the second-place team in the AFC East could look like, and it sure wasn't New England. That was the issue there, and your thoughts on the play calling and handing it off to Matt Patricia and how you think that's working out, Willie.
Well, first of all, just to your point with Miami, Mike McDaniels was the run coordinator for 4 years before he became the OC in San Fran. So he had a lot to do with the design of the plays and the formations and all the different things, as well as when he was with, I think Kubiak with the Texans. So he's an experienced offensive guy who had a lot of input and design when it comes to the play. So I would say he's a little more comfortable and familiar. Now, ironically, Matt Patricia started on the offensive side of the ball before he became, the defensive guru and coordinator and head coach when he was in New England with us. So he does have some experience, and Bill has a knack for cross-training coaches on both sides of the ball. Now, what I will say is to call plays, know the momentum of the games, and have, those instincts and being able, to be patient and not get caught up in one play and, having the innate ability to keep things moving. Matt Patricia has that because he has been a play caller. He has called plays for years, but just not on the offensive side of the ball. But when you deal with Bill Belichick, you have to learn the offense. You have to go in with the offensive coordinator. You have to see how they will attack your defense. You have to know certain nuances for the good coordinators, in my opinion. So he has experience. He's never done it as an offensive coordinator. I think some of those issues will work themselves out. It's definitely not smooth right now, of course. It's not smooth for Mac Jones. Having Josh McDaniels, one of the best to ever do it, in his ear and in the room with him and developing him. So now, you have two guys you were kind of talking through, and one guy who's, used to being on the defensive side of the ball, and you don't have that relationship that you've had for years, with Josh. So, of course, it's a little different, and there's some kinks. It's going to take some time to work itself out.